Hello everyone, I am Squall. This is StarCraft 2. I would like to present to you another game of... Wow, that didn't work at all. Whatever. This is StarCraft 2. It's pretty awesome. We do have MarineKing Prime going up against Liquid Hero. This was taken from the Team Liquid Replay pack provided on their website. Every week or so, whenever it happens to work out, they release a pack in which they feature one of their players. And this one was from a week or so ago, and it featured Hero, and I've always enjoyed watching Hero, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to grab that, I'm going to see what's in there. Hopefully it'll be good times. And MKP, of course, is one of my favorite Terrans. So I thought, you know what, I get to watch two of my favorite players. I am definitely down with this. No idea what they're talking about, but hopefully it's just friendly banter and things of that nature. So, and yeah, if I can explain why I like MKP so much, because I need to talk about something at the start of this game. I first started watching MKP, I think it was just over a year ago. The IPL, the IGN Pro League, had started up very recently, and they were just starting to do, you know, games and qualifiers and things like that. And I remembered watching this game, and they were like, yeah, there's this guy here, his name's MarineKing Prime, and he really is king of the Marines. He'll just kill everything with the Marines. And I remember watching these games where he would just have, like, tons and tons of Marines, and he'd kill, like, colossi with them. And it was insane, and he had the most incredible unit control. But over time, as other players got better and figured out control and things like that, he really kind of fell off the grid just a little bit because... you know, Mass Marine can only take you so far, and so he kind of fell out of the scene for a little while. He wasn't really around too much, and you didn't hear too much about him. But then a while later, he came back, and all of a sudden, he was featuring all these new styles where he was doing mech, and he was doing, you know, just very expand-oriented play, and he really evolved as a player like crazy, and he still had that incredible unit control. So it was very neat to me to see that sort of evolution where he went from, you know, being kind of a one-trick pony to becoming a very, very well-rounded and just a real world-class player. So I like seeing that kind of thing. So neither player has expanded at this point. MKP is doing double racks with a reactor first. Kind of interesting. We'll see if he chooses to expand out of this at some point. Hero is 2 gateway, chrono boosting his warp gate. So really, both players doing, I guess, the same thing as far as, you know, like 2 barracks, 2 gateways. There we go. They're the same. Yeah. Oh, I can't talk anymore. Anyways, so Hero is scouting out with that Stalker. Going to be able to pick off that SCV pretty quick. And will he reveal the Nexus? I mean, the probe's there, so MKP is probably like, yeah, you probably want to expand, don't you? But Hero going to wait to throw it down until after the SCV is killed, just to throw his opponent off. Because now MKP doesn't know, well, did he actually expand? Or did he just move that probe back and now he's going like 5 gate all in? You know, these are the things you always have to be aware of. Even though the probe was there, you know, there's always that possibility that Hero will change what he's doing specifically to throw off his opponent. And this is one of the things I love about StarCraft. It's such a cerebral game. There's always these mind games where you're going, well, is he playing standard or is he doing some sort of cheesy all-in? And you always need to be aware of that. So this probe will catch wind of this stuff. And Hero in a bit of trouble. He is chrono boosting out those sentries, but he may have to cancel this Nexus. Hero with a, oh no! I'm assuming that's what it is in Korean. And those sentries are ready to force field. There they go. Pinching off the units perfectly, just letting a single Marine have to die. And MarineKing will fire away at that Nexus, which Hero will eventually cancel because there's no way he can keep that alive. And MKP just throwing down a bunker, and he's going to contain his opponent and just be annoying, I suppose. This Stalker needs to run. Ugh, taking a little bit of hull damage, but does get away. Concussive shells is done, but none of the Marauders managed to get in range to pin that Stalker down. And now Hero's in a bit of an awkward spot. He was saving up that money to expand, but all of a sudden he can't. And he is getting out an Immortal, so that will allow him to, you know, do some fun things by shooting things. Wow, this is terrible. My brain apparently just stops working after, 3 or 4 hours of casting. But you know what? This is good for me. If I aspire to be a world-class caster, I need to get practice just doing tons and tons of casting. So that way my brain learns to go, oh, okay, I need to not shut off after 2 hours. I need to actually keep working even though I want to shut off. Hopefully that makes sense to you. But, I would love to cast as a career. I'm just going to throw that out there. You're watching these videos, you're probably like, oh, this guy probably doesn't make any money on it. And no, I don't. But I enjoy this so very much. I would love to be able to do this and have that be my job. So that's one of the reasons I do this. Warp Prism is scooting on out to do some harass. But, yeah, and, if you want to cast and you want to do it, and really be a world-class caster, you need to be able to handle casting for really long stretches of time. Because if you watch things like MLG, they're casting for like 10 hours a day or something like that. And usually there's other casters so they can take turns and whatnot, but yeah, it can be pretty intense. Anyway, Hero going to scoot on up here. Force Field goes down there, preventing that from getting him. But MKP does have a fair bit of stuff at home. He's going to unload those things. But I don't know that Hero's going to be able to do too much about that. Good Force Field, pinning in so many units. Those Zeld's going to do a lot of damage before they die off. But Hero's starting to lose units. He does save that one sentry by picking it up, which is definitely a good move. But he's fighting here at the front now. The Force Field doesn't quite prevent vision, so he is losing units and battles on 2 fronts. Looks like Hero's just focusing on the front lines for the moment. But MKP does get up into the base, trying to pick off pylons. Another Immortal going to come out any second now, or a Colossi with the worst rally I think I've ever seen. That was awful. He might be able to save it, though. Just gets away. Hopefully he will keep that running. Oh, no, it gets caught up on the mineral. Oh, 9 HP. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man, that nearly gave me a heart attack, man. He had it rallied out like here, and it walked out right on top of the infantry. Now, if StarCraft 2 were Command and Conquer, that would have been a good thing, because then the Colossi would have been like, puny insects, I crush you, and it would have just stepped on them. Because in Command and Conquer, you can take tanks and drive over infantry. Because apparently the AI is so bad that the infantry won't try to, like, dive out of the way. That was always the worst in Command and Conquer. You're working on getting this, like, nice, solid infantry force. And I think there were medics and stuff, and it was really cool. But then, like, a single tank would come and just kind of roll over everything. Oh, man. So, doing a bit of Colossi drop micro. Always kind of fun. Dealing some damage, dropping, then picking up before it takes too much damage. That Colossi is rather low on health, but oh no, there are Vikings out now. They will try to pick off the Warp Prism. Hopefully he drops it just in time. That Colossi trying to run. Run, Colossi! No! It stopped running, and it does get picked off. Very sad. MarineKing winking slyly at Hero. Oh, man. But, yeah, Hero has stabilized decently. He's got this Nexus down now, but I do feel he's still behind a fair bit. Or not. Okay, they're equal on probe count, and their supplies. Hero's slightly behind on supply. And I don't know if he wants to push in at this point. I mean, the medevacs are going to pop out any second now. And as soon as those medevacs come out, this battle's going to be brutal. But maybe he just wants to deal damage now. Force Field's going down, not really pinning back anything, unfortunately. And all the Zealot support has dried up. SCV's pulled off the line to help. And Hero is forced to run. Hopefully he throws down some retreating Force Fields, or maybe not. He still has more reinforcements. He's killing quite a few SCVs, but he's going to lose his entire army. And he's falling way behind on supply. Full retreat. And MKP just decided, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to push with these SCVs, man. I think he just wants to win at this point. This is what I love about Koreans. They'll be fighting, and all of a sudden they'll be like, screw it. Pull all the SCVs, attack. And I realize that's usually a calculated gesture. It's usually, well, if I just attack and pull my SCVs now, I'll just win. So why wouldn't I? But it always feels kind of just screw it all in. Like, that's how it feels. So, yeah, like, Hero definitely doesn't have enough to deal with this Viking on the ground to help out. And while they aren't great on the ground, they're okay. They shoot decently fast. and it's better than having nothing. And Hero, GG's, out of the game. So well played by MarineKing. Nice little pressure there, putting down the bunker, just crippling Hero at the start, and Hero not quite able to get back into the swing of things. Even as he tried to pressure the front, MKP had a bunch of stuff ready for him. So yeah, thanks guys for watching my video. I'm probably going to do more of these Liquid Hero replays, because yeah, I enjoy watching him. I enjoy Protoss in general. I am slightly biased towards them as a race, not because they're my main race or anything like that, but I just enjoy Protoss' units and strategies. But that said though, casting has improved my overall appreciation for every race. So yeah, join me for the next Liquid Hero game.